I watched videos this morning of them arresting the illegal immigrants on a job site in Tallahassee. Lord, the comments just absolutely blew me away. A couple of them were like, they're arresting hard-working people. Yeah, they're arresting hard-working people that came across our border illegally. Do you know what the word illegally means? It means they broke the law to come into this country. They're in our country taking jobs from the American citizen. One of them even commented, well, who's going to do them jobs now? Who the hell do you think did them before the illegal immigrant come over here? The damn American citizen.
Right now, ICE is expanding workplace operations across the United States, arresting hundreds of undocumented workers in industries ranging from construction to food service and street vending. A July 2025 report by the Washington Post confirmed that arrest activity increased sharply as part of a broader federal initiative targeting unauthorized employment. According to the Washington Post, internal ICE data showed a sharp increase in daily arrests during June, with field offices in California, Texas, Florida, and Nebraska reporting some of the highest totals nationwide. This surge followed a brief pause in early June reported by Reuters, during which ICE had restricted raids at certain workplace types, including restaurants and food plants. However, that pause was lifted within days, and enforcement resumed at full scale. In total, the agency reportedly set a daily arrest quota of up to 3,000 people, a level not seen since prior administrations. The arrests were supported by both uniformed and plainclothes agents, often without prior employer warnings. ICE stated that all arrests followed current interior enforcement guidelines. Video clips began to circulate across social media platforms showing workers being detained at construction sites, vending stalls, and food warehouses during active business hours.
It's a ghost town here today at my factory in East LA because people are scared to come to work. Very sad. Very, very sad. All this work to be done. Nobody here to do it.
On May 29, 2025, ICE conducted a major multi-agency enforcement operation targeting construction job sites in Tallahassee, Florida. According to an official ICE press release, more than 100 undocumented individuals were arrested during the raids, which involved collaboration between ICE's Homeland Security Investigations, enforcement teams, and multiple federal and state partners. Workers were reportedly taken into custody at scenes including a student housing development near the Florida State University campus. Those arrested came from various countries including Nicaragua, El Salvador, Guatemala, Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia, and Honduras. According to local reporting by Florida Phoenix, supervisors and on-scene contractors said some individuals were asked for ID, then categorized. Some were allowed to leave, others were handcuffed, zip-tied, and transported on buses to ICE holding facilities. On June 11, 2025, ICE agents conducted a large-scale workplace operation at a meat processing facility owned by Glen Valley Foods in Omaha, Nebraska. According to Reuters, approximately 75 to 80 workers were detained during the single-day sweep, making it one of the largest workplace arrests in the state this year. Footage released by Reuters and circulated on YouTube shows ICE agents entering the facility and escorting detained workers into waiting vans.
Ladies, bring your paperwork with you. You're fine. Go this way. Come here. Show your hands.
Some workers reportedly attempted to hide inside cold storage rooms or among equipment as the operation unfolded. On July 10, 2025, nearly 200 individuals were arrested at two cannabis nurseries operated by Glasshouse Farms in Camarillo and Carpinteria, California. During the operation, one male farm worker, later identified as Jaime Alanis Garcia, died after falling from a ladder while trying to evade agents.
Jaime Alanis is the first reported death linked to a Trump immigration raid.
Footage captured by local outlets and protesters shows agents in tactical gear advancing through the farm as dozens of workers are detained on site. Reuters confirmed that one of the individuals detained was a U.S. citizen working as a private security contractor. He was held for 3 days without formal charges and has since filed a legal claim against the Department of Homeland Security alleging wrongful detention. In early July 2025, ICE conducted an unannounced enforcement operation at a central Houston construction site. Agents arrived during active working hours, both in uniform and plainclothes, detaining at least 9 workers, according to KHOU 11 News.
His owner, whose security cameras captured the video, asked to remain anonymous. He told KHOU 11 News HPD informed him this was an ICE operation.
These people were simply going to work in the morning.
What happened outside his business was deeply troubling.
This is just exactly what people don't believe that it's happening, and it actually is happening. It's hurting the economy because many people that saw this are even now more scared to go out and just go about their day because they see this and they can be next.
In June 2025, ICE agents carried out enforcement operations in Miami's Little Havana neighborhood, arresting 11 people along 8th Street, according to WPLG Local 10 News. These arrests were part of broader workplace enforcement efforts targeting unlicensed commercial activity.
All of it happened here behind me at this intersection in Northwest Miami-Dade. At least some of the men were arrested here. Friends and family telling us, arguing that they were targeted, followed in some instances from Miami Gardens in Little Havana.
A widely shared NBC Miami video captures 11 men being detained by immigration agents in Northwest Miami-Dade, described by witnesses as street vendors from Little Havana.
The wife of one of the men speaks exclusively to NBC6, shows us the car he was driving stopped, she says, in a corner near their home. Here's a picture she took of the ICE agents surrounding the car, tells us her husband refused to get out of the car.
So they broke the window and they took them out.
Ingrid Zapata still doesn't know why her husband, Luis Mendoza, was targeted. He's the owner of Mendoza Pavers. This is the work truck others.
We have work that needs to be done, and I have nobody.
The employees had work permits, some of them had TPS. When they presented that to the agents were saying that those were false documentations, that they didn't care to see them.
They believe the man had been targeted simply because of the work they do, followed because of the logos in their truck.
I don't see a crime in them wanting to go to work to provide for their family.
In 2025, not all workers affected by ICE enforcement were undocumented or even targeted. Misinformation and viral rumors have also had real consequences on immigrant communities and small businesses, even in the absence of actual raids. A widely circulated TikTok video falsely claimed there had been an ICE raid at a Salvadoran restaurant in West New York, New Jersey. Despite there being no raid, the video received over 1.4 million views. ABC News reported that the restaurant owner, Elio Barrera, saw customer traffic drop by nearly 80% and was forced to cut staff hours because of public fear.
Barrera, owner of one of the La Papusa Loca Salvadorian restaurants, says he's still in disbelief over a false viral video that made his West New York location go from this to this overnight. That's because a video posted to TikTok a week and a half ago falsely alleged that ICE had raided and arrested customers at the restaurant's location in Union City. The video, which has since been taken down, reached more than 1.4 million views at one point. In it, a voice in Spanish continues to describe a scene that Barrera says never happened.
Ayer, justo a las 6 de la tarde.
Yesterday at 6 p.m., there was chaos at Papusa No. 2 in Union City. Everything seemed normal and everyone was enjoying the evening, and then all of a sudden, ICE raided the whole restaurant. Everyone was armed.
To be more aware of what's actually happening, before they believe, like TikTok.
ICE operations caused widespread uncertainty. Many workers were unsure if they were at risk, leading to confusion at job sites and public areas. A resident shares her opinion on the recent arrests of undocumented workers.
The Mexican people that I've come across are all workers. They've put roofs on my house. They've built patios for me. They're across the street landscaping our whole subdivision. I mean, they're working. I don't know what their beef is because, okay, I'm sure there are murderers and rapists, but there are in the white population in a much greater number.
But in some areas, videos posted online show unharvested crops left in the fields following the arrests, with no available labor reported after enforcement actions. Following the July 2025 workplace raid in Camarillo, a federal judge in California issued 2 temporary restraining orders against ICE. According to a July 11th press release by the American Civil Liberties Union of Southern California, the orders prohibit immigration and customs enforcement from using racial profiling as a basis for detention and require agents to provide access to legal counsel, including on weekends and holidays. In a separate legal action, the City and County of Los Angeles joined the ACLU in filing a federal lawsuit challenging ICE's masked and warrantless raids. The federal court found that ICE's workplace operations violated the 4th and 5th Amendments. Based on court documents cited in the Washington Post, Judge Mame Frimpong ruled that ICE's use of roving patrols lacked reasonable suspicion and that its denial of counsel violated due process. In response, the Department of Homeland Security defended the raids. According to a DHS spokesperson cited in the Washington Post, operations followed federal interior enforcement protocols and targeted individuals with prior removal orders or flagged documentation issues. ICE added that public criticism often mischaracterized intelligence-led operations as random labor arrests. Protests broke out in multiple cities following the workplace raids. In Los Angeles, demonstrations began on June 6th around MacArthur Park and downtown. On July 7th, a viral moment captured Mayor Karen Bass confronting federal agents at MacArthur Park, demanding they leave. No arrests were made during the standoff. According to Wabe in Atlanta, about 1,000 people marched along Buford Highway on February 1st, condemning ICE tactics.
They raided his house for no reason. He's a hardworking man. I get out of work today and I find this out. My people are protesting and I'm so proud of them because at the end of the day, these people don't know what we're going through. Struggling, building houses, cutting everybody's grass, making this America rich for real.
There's a lot of people that are being kidnapped off the streets. They're being kidnapped from their work sites. These are men that mostly don't have criminal records, and they're separating families, and it's affecting the whole community.
Protests over workplace immigration raids have expanded nationwide, now including Boston alongside cities like New York, Chicago, Atlanta, San Francisco, and Houston. Local grassroots organizations responded by organizing community patrols in Los Angeles neighborhoods, modeled after historical civil rights patrols, in order to monitor ICE activity and alert residents. For example, Unión del Barrio, together with local coalitions, reactivated unarmed patrols in early 2025 after a surge in ICE operations, aiming to minimize surprise raids and build community resilience. ICE workplace raids triggered cascading effects beyond immediate arrests. According to CalMatters, a UC Merced study showed that private sector job participation in California dropped 3.1% in the week following mass enforcement, a sharper decline than during early COVID lockdowns. More than 460,000 workers exited the labor force, many of them U.S. citizens.
So what would mass deportations cost the California economy? We're getting answers. UC Merced says the state would lose roughly $275 billion, crumbling critical industries.
All of those enforcement actions have ripple effects that ultimately will affect all Californians.
Local businesses serving Latino communities have seen sharp revenue drops. In Los Angeles, Eater LA reported that street vendors, food trucks, and restaurants near affected sites shut down temporarily due to fear of further raids.
Their far-reaching impact reflected in staggering numbers. UC Merced found 40% of California's small businesses are immigrant-owned. 11% of those are owned by undocumented immigrants.
The small downtowns of a lot of Central Valley towns that have kind of been economically struggling for many years are being revitalized and made vibrant because of small businesses owned by immigrants.
After one of the workplace raids, a resident noticed a vehicle left parked along the roadside. Engine off, door shut, but still filled with the workers' belongings.
You guys, I'm live from this abandoned truck here in Lemon Grove, you guys, where a construction worker was just picked up, you guys, while doing his job. You guys, it looks like a bunch of stuff from possibly Home Depot. I'm not sure if the ICE agents crashed into him, but as you can see here, there is some damage to his vehicle. There is no person in sight. The vehicle is abandoned here in front of this property.
Beyond the arrests and legal challenges, public reactions have varied widely, from support for enforcement to criticism over its economic and social impact.
So anyways, the point I'd like to make here is a couple things. One, these people here are, passionately talking about ICE agents coming into their communities and you don't know their identities. Well, you know who we really don't know the identities of? Any of the illegal aliens who've been invading our country for the past 60 years.
Do you support mass deportations?
Yes.
Why?
That's what we voted for. There's a lot of hardworking people, and the president said it 2 days ago. If you're working and you're working towards your residency, we're going to work on a way to keep you in. But we didn't vote for cheaper eggs. We voted for mass deportations, and I'm going to use this word, we voted for retribution, for the weaponization of the Department of Justice. Left-wing politicians bend over backwards, fly to other countries to go visit murderers, to go visit illegals and members of gangs. Not a single one of those senators or Congress people said anything about us.
An immigrant? You a legal alien? Wait, you an immigrant? I'm about to get me some money.
Money?
Yes, if you're a legal alien, Trump is paying $1,000 to drop you guys off at the immigration ICE. I'm taking you to ICE.
You're not letting me out. This is.
Now we gotta go to immigrate. Unless you want to pay me, you can pay me $1,000 yourself if you want to.
At least I have.
Don't beg. Give me some money.
I don't have money.
You ain't gotta have no money. I'm gonna take you and you're gonna pay me. Either you're gonna pay me $1,000 or ICE is gonna pay me $1,000.
I have a family.
Trump said that you guys aren't. Trump said that the immigration not moving fast enough. You guys aren't getting taken back across the border. So he's giving people $1,000 legal alien.
I didn't even know that's even true.
Because I know, I've seen Trump say it.
Reports from the Washington Post confirmed that DHS field offices received thousands of calls from fearful residents in the weeks following the raids. Legal aid hotlines in California and Texas were overwhelmed as detainees struggled to access counsel.
You know, ICE is doing exactly what the military's been doing for decades, right? Take away the things that would fundamentally improve everyone's lives and put it behind the sign-up sheet of the military, which is now for ICE. Because what do you mean that ICE is getting 100K salaries with $45,000 sign-on bonuses, as well as student loan forgiveness? The government knows that these jobs are not jobs that most people would take if it wasn't for the benefits. You can't tell me that socialism or socialistic practices don't work when the government is specifically using those tactics to get people to sign up for some of the worst jobs. Also, not to mention, these ICE agents get federal health insurance. Federal health insurance. The same goes for the military. Like, of course, there are people who sign up because they want to defend the country. But why is the military going into high schools and using predatory tactics to wave these benefits around to children?
Enforcement activity continues as federal agencies maintain their current interior operations policy.